What's up guys, Matt, Legacy 4x4, back again. We got a different kind of project today. We are actually working on an 813 skid steer bucket. And I don't do a bunch of like really, besides heavy duty, trucks, I don't do a bunch of like industrial or field work welding. But I've got a neighbor here and a good friend of my in-laws who's got some problems with his skid steer bucket. And lots of problems with this skid steer bucket. As you can see, all the support is falling out, and this big backing plate right at the corner of the bucket is corroded with dirt. We're actually not going to fix that today. We're going to fix the gaping hole in the corner of the bucket. This is going to get saved for another time. I think the other side obviously is a little worse for the wear. You can see the damage up there, but he doesn't want that fixed today. Not sure why. He just doesn't want it fixed, so we're not going to do it. We're just going to do these little corner sections. That way his bucket has nice strong corners. Looking at the inside of the bucket, you can see right there, corners are all blown out, busted out. No one likes the blown out corners, so go ahead and fix those real quick. And who knows, maybe in the near future we'll be doing a lot more work to this bucket to bring it back to life. But for now, just going to do those corners, fix the blown out corners in the 813 skid steer loader bucket. All right, in order to get this done, I've got 1/4 inch and 3/16 plate. I've already got some sections cut out. I'm going to start with the back and weld in some plates, gusset the plates in left and right on the back of it. That way there's a nice, very new, very strong back panel to the bucket. Once those plates are welded in, I'm going to come to the front and do all my root and fill passes, and then do some gussets in the interior of the bucket as well. For the back of it, I'm going to use 1/4 inch plate, just because I think that's where most of the damage comes from, obviously on the back of it. So 1/4 inch plate, do a 10 inch piece right here, 10 inch piece right here, make a little V, and we'll call it a day. So I'm going to get ready to burn that in. I already have everything cut out, so not much more to it. Let's get to burning this in. All right, that absolutely sucked to weld. If I had to stick weld that, I would have burned through the entire bucket. I'm sure there was probably like an 1/8 inch of steel, if not less than that, left of remaining steel where it was blown out. So that was brutal. Had to turn the welding down to like 1/3 of my max settings. And that's the only way I was able to lay a full weld that had full penetration. So that's how those rear gussets look. Welds aren't the prettiest, half of that's, upside down welding basically because the bucket's at an angle. And of course I don't have the keys for the tractor, so I can't move it. So not the prettiest, but it'll hold. I'm happy with that. Nice thick firm pass on the back side. Coming over to the front side. All right, next step is going to be laying a root pass and then 2 cover passes on the inside, so a triple pass on all of that inside material right there. First step's obviously going to be to clean all the rust and gunk away, and then it's going to be laying on those finished passes. So probably won't record it since it's just going to be me welding. So I'm going to go ahead and lay those passes in, and I don't think I'm going to gusset the inside. I haven't made up my mind yet, but I don't think I'm going to gusset it. I think I'm just going to lay a weld and call it a day. So I think that rear gusset is going to be plenty strong. But without further ado, I'm going to knock this out. Next time you see this bucket, I will have all the welds in, and we can talk about what's next. All right, so we got the bucket all finished welded up, and we put a nice little coat of paint on it real quick. As you can see, gussets are still in place. Nice little coat of paint. That's probably gonna get rubbed off immediately, but you know, makes the customer feel better when you protect the welds at least a little bit. Coming over to the inside, we have a root pass going in both directions and then some cover passes covering everything. That weld is already there. I just went ahead and fully welded all the way to where my gusset goes. You never know, maybe there's a little bit of penetration that penetrates through. This old rusty bucket was really porous, very rusty, and pretty hard to weld, to be honest, just with like the changes in depth and how porous the material actually was. So, you know, working on old material, it's just kind of tough to get it right, but everything's in there. Couple passes over each, you can see, and in the corner is like 6 passes on top, stacked on top of each other, and all that's doing is just, you know, welding that old shitty, like it was probably like 1/8 inch or 1/16 inch, you know, rusted steel to the backing 1/4 inch plate. So everything's welded in place. Going over to the other side, same thing, root pass, cover pass. This one only has about 4 stacks on top. In that corner, it was in a little better shape than that other corner, but the same thing. New weld bead goes all the way down to where the gusset goes. Never know, I just do it. So I'm also not going to gusset the inside. I think that's going to be perfectly fine, and not too worried about it. The back of this side, same thing, just 1/4 inch gusset pieces in place. And a quick note is leaves catch on fire, so that was a little scary. I put a little short up there talking about how I almost burned the whole loader down, but it is what it is. But yeah, guys, that's a quick corner build out, corner repair update on this 813 loader. This is not what I do every day. I don't do big industrial, big construction welding or anything crazy. And truthfully, my little welder probably isn't even meant for it. So either way though, that job's done. Loader's good. Customer can come back by and pick it up, and he should get much more use out of it. Again, bucket's probably going to get trashed in the next few years anyways, with how much of the support is gone out of the back, unless he wants to fix all of that. But that's a discussion for another time. So that's it for that one, guys. Nice, quick, easy video on repairing blown out corners on a any kind of industrial or AG bucket. So that's it for that one. Gonna go finish working on the tuggy buggy. Got some bump stops and limit straps going in. So until next time, guys, see you later.